All right. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Let me know in the live stream if you can hear me. Is the audio good? Let me know if you guys can hear the audio coming in and if the video is good. We have a crazy situation unfolding at this moment. I'm watching it live. We are going to get the video footage of what is going on here. Give me 1 second. Let me know. Give me 1 second. Okay. So we are doing, this is the third live we've done in the past, 5 days. So we right now have a situation developing in real time. Combat operations are underway. Just give me 1 second to get things lined up here. So we're going to give everyone a moment to roll in. As always, guys, thank you for joining me. We don't usually do these on Sundays, but the level of combat operations we are seeing tonight against Iran is, quite frankly, nothing short of absolutely stunning. The gloves are off. So we're going to give everyone a few moments to roll in. Please, please, please make sure you like the video. That is the best way to get the truth out there. Make sure that you are subscribed to the page. And please, 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 let's get the word out there about what is going on as U.S. airstrikes at this hour are ripping Iran apart. We are hitting them all over the country. And then let's see some American flags in the chat right now. Get your super chats ready as always. Get me your best super chats. I got my American flag t-shirt on, showing support for the men and women flying the bombers, launching the missiles. We are beating the absolute hell out of them at this hour. And Iran is opening fire yet again in the Strait of Hormuz. So we're going to get into what we know. This is literally happening in real time, in breaking news. So I am trying to compile the best information that we have at this moment to make sure you guys have the best information about U.S. strikes as they continue to roll in. So stick with me here. Again, let's see a lot of American flags. Let's see a lot of prayers for the men and women up in the skies right now, making it rain down on Iran. There are bombs dropping all over the place. I don't know how long we'll be able to go tonight. We do have reports that Iran is also scrambling fighter jets at this hour. Once we hit the 5-minute mark, we will roll into it. I don't want anyone to miss anything. Again, if you're just joining us in these early moments, make sure you like the video. Nothing is more important than liking the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the page, and then you guys know the rules. Send your super chats in all super chats. We'll probably do $5, $10 minimum, whatever it is. But we have major breaking news as all hell is breaking loose right now at this hour in Iran. The war, ladies and gentlemen, it is in full swing. There is no going back. So let's see where everyone's from. Where are we all from tonight? Who's joining us tonight? I got to scroll up a little bit in the live chat. Let's keep it respectful. We got Kansas. We've got, let's see what we got. We got Kansas, Idaho. Looks like we got North Carolina. We got Curacao. We got people from all over the country, all over the world. Pittsburgh is in the house. We've got the Netherlands, Maryland, the Philippines, North Carolina. We might be the most international audience on the internet as we crush the enemy, as we crush the Iranians. We got Maryland. All right, guys, who's ready to break this down? I want to see some excitement. I want to see prayers for the brave heroes out there fighting. And I want to make sure that everyone understands what is going on. So I'm going to roll into it now. We've given everyone enough time. Today, on July 12th, about an hour ago, massive bombing operations recommenced against Iran after days of trading shots between the two countries. More ships were bombed. U.S. military positions in Kuwait were bombed just hours ago. It appeared multiple direct ballistic missile strikes on U.S. military positions. I can report now to the American people that no Americans were killed in that bombing attack. I want to make that crystal clear. No Americans were killed in the bombing attack of our missile area inside of Kuwait. As soon as those missiles landed, and we all saw the destruction in the video I posted a few hours ago, smoke, fire, horrifying images. That's where I believe the ATACMS were, which is a American missile system. As soon as those missiles landed, we all knew the United States would, without hesitation, fire back, and now we have. So I'm going to put this on the screen for you. This is a statement from CENTCOM saying at 5 p.m. Eastern today, U.S. Central Command forces began launching more strikes against Iran to continue degrading their ability to attack civilian mariners and commercial ships freely transiting the Strait of Hormuz. The commander-in-chief has directed the strikes to hold Iranian forces accountable. So more ships were hit today, and at this moment, more ships in the Strait of Hormuz have been bombed. They are literally unleashing fire on the ships in the Strait of Hormuz. I'm going to put this up on the screen. These are U.S. missiles. I repeat, U.S. missiles in the air over Kuwait, bound for Iran. These are U.S. missiles in the air, bound for Iran. You can see them burning in the sky right there. And then they get above cloud cover right here. This is in Sarik tonight. We see a massive fireball on the horizon as U.S. bombs have made direct impact on targets in Sarik, smashing the Iranian coastline to make sure that they are not able to terrorize innocent ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Here, the port city of Bandar Abbas, flames and smoke you can see right there on your screen as we got fighter jets in the air. I am sure we have strategic bombers in the air. I see a lot of people are talking about Lindsey Graham in the comments. RIP to Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham would have loved to have been here watching this right now, but we have more. Stick with me, hold tight. While this is happening, Sheen reporting, Iran is scrambling fighter jets. I repeat, Iran is scrambling fighter jets over Western Tehran. Iran still maintains the F-4, the F-5, some MiGs. I repeat, the Iranian jets have taken to the air to confront whatever American fighter jets might be over the country of Iran. I would encourage those Iranian pilots to fly anywhere else than near U.S. military forces. Now, right here, coming from open source intel, we have a strike map. We have bombings in Hormuz, Bandar Abbas, Keshem Island, Sarik, Josh. At least 15 sites in Bandar Abbas have been hit alone. President Donald Trump at this hour is absolutely unleashing hell on the Iranians. We are pummeling them. We are dropping bombs all over the place at this hour. So, unfortunately, the Iranians continue at this hour to shoot back with anti-ship missiles in the air from Sarik, Iran, towards the Strait of Hormuz. They are trying right now to blow up more ships in the Strait of Hormuz. This is a brutally violent, brutally deadly situation. We are watching unfold in real time. Next up, Keshem Island, right here on the map from open source intel. 5 explosions in very close proximity. U.S. fighter jets controlling and dominating the skies. Here is another look at the map. We got Sarik, Bandar Abbas, and Keshem Island. We are lighting them up across the sky. We are hitting them absolutely everywhere we can find them. I am looking for more videos as they are coming in at this hour. All right, we've got more explosions. Hang tight, more explosions coming in. 6 different sites in Koreshmar Port have been hit. I repeat, 6 different sites in Koreshmar Port have been hit. So we have, by my count, in at least half a dozen sites, the United States of America has now struck. We are bombing the absolute daylights out of Iran. Okay, early reports coming in. Stick with me. The head of Special Operations Communications in Iran has been killed at the Avaz airport. Probably trying to make a run for it. Has been killed. Okay, I see a lot of super chats coming in. I'm going to answer those right now. Get your super chats in. We'll probably do $5 minimum. If you guys got it in before, don't worry about it. You guys know I'm always fair with you guys. If you got it in before, not a big deal. I'm going to just put a message in the chat. So we are going to watch this as long as we can. Give me 1 second. We're going to watch this as long as we can. So we've got a new member, Nathan Jones, becoming a member of the page. Thank you very much. We do have a membership. You can find the link to that in the description below. We've got Right Wing Gun Nut for $20. Thank you very much for the big super chat. Thanks for being diligent on this, bro. Brad in Louisiana. Well, thank you very much for watching. If it wasn't for all of you guys watching, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. You guys are the reason I am here. We got Eagles fan Clark for $2. I wonder if Dark Eagle is being used. Like I said, we're going to start at 5, but Eagles fan Clark got his chats in early, so I obviously will not ignore them. I am sure Dark Eagle, which is a new missile system that we have, is almost certainly being used. We are seeing cruise missiles in the air. We are seeing fighter jets go in. We are opening the gates of hell right now. Eagles fan Clark back with another $2. We also just pushed both carriers within 100 miles. That is 100% correct. I covered that in a couple previous videos. The Lincoln and the Bush continue to push north closer to the Iranian coast as we are going to open up the Strait of Hormuz one way or another. We got Antoine saying, hold on. We got a moron in the chat. I know he loves doing that. Hold on. I hope everyone's behaving in the chat. Thank you very much for the big super chat. We got a new member, Andrew Petty. And then we got GU American Wagyu, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. We got Kevin, big fan. Thank you very much. President Trump should seize Kard, Keshem, Lakark, and Hormuz Islands, then arm and provide support to Kurdish allies and the Balochistan and Liberation Army. I think that is what we are seeing right now as these strikes are playing out. What we are seeing is softening of the targets, that they're softening up the targets for whatever comes next. We are knocking out as much of their defenses as we possibly can so that when we need to move to part 2, we are ready to do that. We are ready to rock and roll, and I have no doubt we will be. So we've got another YouTube member, Eric. Thank you very much. We've got almost 7,000 live viewers right now. If you are not already subscribe to the page, and I need you all to like this video. We've only got 2,000 likes. We got 7,000 people watching. Come on, guys. We can push this to the next level. Now I'm going to put this on the stage. The New York Times, U.S. officials telling the New York Times that tonight's attacks will be bigger than what we have seen previously. So we are in unprecedented territory at this hour as the U.S. government is saying what is coming next is bigger than anything we have seen before. All right. This is the Avaz airport where they just took out the leader of their special operations communications. You can see it glowing in the distance right there, glowing in the distance following a massive airstrike on that area. So we right now have a situation where we have taken out the airport where the head of their special operations was. And we also want to report at this time more Iranian missiles are believed to be in the air. I repeat, more Iranian missiles are believed to be in the air at this moment. So we are monitoring the situation. We are keeping a very, very, very close eye on it as we see what comes next as the bombs are falling at this hour. So I'm going to check for updates here. I'm going to pull this off the screen. Hang tight with me. Everyone hold tight. We are getting these updates as fast as we possibly can, and they are coming in unbelievably fast. So I'm sticking with here. Keep your questions coming. I love the questions. You guys are absolutely crushing it. All right, more bombs. More bombs have hit. I repeat, more bombs have hit. We have bomb impact. Wrong one, sorry. We got bomb impact at Medashik. I will pull that up on a map. We have direct bomb impacts at Medashik, Iran. Let me get that up on the map so you guys know where the latest strikes have come out. Now, Medashik is not super deep in Iran, but you know what it has? It has, I'm going to show this right here. It has critically important bridges and railways. So we have bomb impacts right here, and you're going to see there are railroads coming in that the military uses. A little hard to see on this, but this has now been hit. This has now been hit, and it has been hit hard. So we are rocking and rolling at this hour as we beat the ever-loving daylights out of them. And mostly I'm looking right now on flight radar. The airline of Iran is mostly, the airspace over Iran appears to be mostly locked down at this hour. Also, guys, I'll pull this off the screen real quick. Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. My DMs are wide open. If you need anything, if you have a tip, let me know. Make sure to follow me on both right now. I share some amazing information over there about all of this stuff. You can see it even before you can possibly see it on YouTube. All right, we got Eddie Baker for $5. Can you say parking lot? They are getting ripped apart. I repeat, they are getting absolutely ripped apart right now by U.S. aircraft, missiles. We've got Stephen Beck. Prayers are coming your way, guys and gals. We do need, prayer's a good thing. We need as much of it as we can possibly get. And we are praying right now, and I want to see a lot of prayers in the live chat. Again, say a prayer for all of our brave heroes who are over there. Say a prayer for everyone who's in those fighter jets. Say a prayer for all of our troops on the ground. We are at a heightened state of combat operations now. This is no longer tit for tat. The gloves are off. We are punching them in the mouth. We are kicking them in the teeth. We are going out of our way to send a message. We got Kevin back in the chat. President Trump should offer the Artesh, Iran National Army, a choice. Join U.S. with our arms airdropped and air support against the terrorists, or boom. I think we've talked about this on live streams before. So for those of you who don't know, there's two militaries inside Iran. You have the IRGC, which is the terrorist element wing, and then you have the Artesh. So you have two separate armies. The Artesh is not the crazy terrorists, but they have less funding, less training, less access to arms. They have very little access to the missiles and drones. I actually don't think they have any access to the ballistic missiles. I think they have some drones. The IRGC is well armed. They have all the weapons. They have all the money. The Artesh, I think in the early days, the plan was to link up with the Artesh and use them as cover to clear the way as we go into Iran. Well, that didn't work. I think if the Artesh are willing to work with us, we absolutely should. But killing them is not something we want to do. They're the moderates. We want them to kind of stay sidelined until we can deal with the IRGC, and then maybe that's the moment that they will be able to rise up. It's a great idea. It's a great suggestion. I don't know if the military is planning on doing that at this time. All right, we got David Webb gifted a David Hookstead membership. Thank you very much, David. I know you're a big fan of the show, so I appreciate that a lot. All right, we got Jason Pogo. Here comes the knockout punch. I don't know if we're at the knockout punch yet, but what we are doing right now is definitely sending a message. The time for negotiation has come to an end. Okay, big news coming in. Iran has opened up anti-aircraft fire over Kermanshah. UAVs, drones are in the air, and they are firing. The Iranians are firing on our planes and are firing on our drones. So the Iranians are firing on our guys. Again, I ask you all to say a prayer for our men and women that are in those planes, getting shot at, delivering the bombs on targets. It is critically important that they know we're with them. That's why I'm wearing the American flag shirt. That's why I'm wearing the American flag hat. We're all Americans. We support the men and women who, politics aside, we support the men and women who are in those planes taking care of business. All right, we got Shawarma Crusher, $5. Tired of the leftists who are willing victims. Highly recommend. I can't say that word on YouTube without the video getting taken down. God bless the men and women protecting the U.S. I'll check that book out. And yes, you are 100% correct. God bless the men and women protecting the U.S. We stand with them and we support them. All right, new footage coming in. This is a large smoke column out of a Vaz highway in the Khuzestan province. So you can see massive smoke. I'm going to start a poll here. So we have massive smoke in the air as bombs continue to fall all over Iran. I don't think there's no volume to this video, so I apologize for that. All right, we have some more information here from Barak Ravid. CENTCOM spokesman Captain Tim Hawkins tells me over the past hour, IRGC forces fired on commercial shipping transiting the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. aircraft successfully shot down an Iranian cruise missile and a one-way attack drone. So we are taking out their missiles in the air where we can get them, where we can find them. So we are at this time, I will show you the footage. I'm going to show you the footage of the attack that they launched on us in Kuwait. Let me get this on the screen for you. So this was the attack on the American position in Kuwait today where we had our ATACMs. This is, you can see a smoke column, looks like direct impact of multiple Iranian missiles. This was the U.S. position that was hit today. Let's watch. So you can see fire on the screen there on top of the heavy smoke. Obviously a very serious, very scary situation unfolding. So we got Faster Than U-74, gifted 1 membership. Thank you very much. We got David Wood for $10. David, why aren't we hitting the electrical plants? I believe you probably meant to say cut off communications. Where the hell are the B-1s and B-52s? They're coming. Trust me, we're opening them up with the fighter jets. We're doing suppression of enemy air defenses. Iran, as the military has admitted, has rebuilt its air defenses on the coastline. So we got to take all those air defenses out. Then we pave the way for the heavy bombers. Now, we're almost at 10,000 concurrents, and we're only at 3,500 likes, guys. I need you liking the video. I need you subscribing to the page. That's what keeps us alive. That's what keeps us getting the news out there to everyone. So please, please make sure you're liking the video. And if you want to participate in the live chat, you got to be subscribed for 20 minutes. That's how we keep the riffraff out of here. Some of you are asking if we had any casualties or if we had any killed in this attack. We did not. The Iranians claim they killed 3 American soldiers. The U.S. government saying that is not true. That is false. It is a rumor. It is a lie spread by the Iranians. Okay, we got Kevin back. Who is more likely to help end the U.S.? Who's more likely to help us end the Islamic Republic and liberate Iran? Turkey, Azerbaijan, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, UAE, India, or Israel? Well, I'll go one by one. It definitely will not be Turkey. It will not be Azerbaijan. Definitely won't be Pakistan. Saudi Arabia hates the Iranian regime. They are with us. Kuwait, they hate the Iranian regime. They are with us. The UAE is with us. India relies too much on Iranian oil to really want to get involved. And obviously, Israel is with us. Israel would be at the top of that list, probably followed by Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Kuwait in that order, just because of military power and economic power. So, yes, it is a huge, huge situation. I'm going to pull this off the screen real quick. We got a new member, Lakay, I believe, Lakay, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if not. Big super chat. I believe that's Canadian. So thank you very, very, very much for that. He says, Chris Springer, thanks for keeping us up to date all the time. God bless from Canada. We're out there too. I pray for America and Canada. I know that we make fun of your politicians in Canada, and I know we beat you in the gold medal game in men's and women's hockey. I love our Canadians. I love our Canadians north of the border. They're like our cousins we see at Christmas. We're going to make fun of them. We're going to bust balls. But you better believe if the guy across the street wants to pick a fight, we'll team up and kick his ass. No questions asked. We're allowed to pick on each other. Canadians and Americans, we can pick on each other. But nobody else better come insult the other one to us. That ain't going to fly. I wish you guys had better leadership up there. Thank you for the huge super chat. So in the poll right now, 96% of you are saying you support, and I'm getting some information here on my phone, so give me a second to check this out. Always want to make sure the information is up to date that you guys are all getting. I actually had to go get a new phone today. Give me one moment. Information is coming in. Information is coming in. All right. So you guys, 96% of you are voting in the poll. You support these strikes. All right, we got tearing out 67. How about those Kurds? They seem to be stepping up. $5. Thank you very much. The Kurds in Iran have carried out multiple ambushes inside Iran against the IRGC. They are hitting the IRGC across their region in the northwest, mostly region. They are putting up ambushes. They have killed several IRGC people. They are stepping up. Now I'm looking for updates. Excuse me. We are looking for updates. All right, we've got explosions. Keshem Island continuing to be hit. I repeat, Keshem Island is being hit. I believe we have some videos of that, at least from the first wave. So this is footage of Keshem Island. I'm going to put on the screen now. This was from the opening salvo of the strikes that came in earlier, a few hours back. So you can see all the heavy smoke in the air following U.S. airstrikes, just absolutely crushing them across the board as we continue to make sure we get the job done. I am checking for updates. All right, hold on. Hang tight. More Iranian fighter jets are in the air. More Iranian fighter jets are in the air at this moment. Anti-aircraft fire is ripping through the sky. This is more updates out of Tehran. The Iranians are scrambling fighter jets. U.S. fighter jets are in the air, and the Iranians are unleashing anti-aircraft fire up in the air against U.S. fighter assets. So we are watching in real time as a team to see how this goes. Stay with me. Hold tight. So we now know U.S. fighter jets are over Tehran. We do not know if they are dogfighting. We have no information at this time, but anti-aircraft fire is underway. So this situation is popping off in a significant fashion. Keep your chats coming in as we look for updates. all hell has broken loose. All right, we've got more American missiles are in the air. More American missiles are in the air, fired from Kuwait. These are ATACMS by the M142 high mobility artillery rockets. Missiles are in the air, flying from Kuwait towards Iran. Let's watch. You can see them right there. It's a little blurry. So more U.S. missiles are coming in. Stay with me here. We are looking for updates as they roll in at this hour. So for those of you just joining us, I'll take this off the screen. I got to reposition my chair. All right. So for those of you who have just joined the video at this hour, I can report major U.S. military combat operations have resumed against Iran at this hour. We are bombing the absolute daylights out of them. And it looks like this, quite frankly, is going to get much uglier before it gets better. And there's also news, and I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. I did cover this in a video earlier, but I do want to show it to you. So this is about the Iranian plot. We've talked about the kill list. We've talked about how Iran put together a kill list of American leaders, foreign leaders, American media members that they want to take out for promoting and covering the war. They want to take out the politicians for authorizing the war. They want to take out the media members who have been covering it against Iran, which obviously I have. But we know Trump has said several times he is on the kill list. He is the number one person on the kill list, and we have new details on the assassination plot against him, saying the intelligence that Israel gave the U.S. included an intercepted conversation from a senior Iranian regime official in relation to an assassination plot against Trump. Said, "This is our chance now. This opportunity will not come again." The plot was supposed to take place in Turkey while Trump was at the NATO summit. That is why they brought in the different Air Force One, the older Air Force One, and put Trump on that Air Force One plane and then flew him out of the country as securely as they could in order to make sure that he was safe and could not be messed with. All right. So there is a very real plot. They are trying to kill President Trump. Now, whether or not they can actually do it is a totally different question, but there's no question that they are 100% attempting to do it. So I'm going to go look for more updates here. All right. So yes, there are more air defense and fighter jet activity. It does appear that the Iranians are trying to scramble fighter jets, but we do not know. We do not know where those fighter jets are headed or what is happening. So we've got another super chat here for $5. Copperhead. How did Iran build back so fast? Because Russia and China during the ceasefire, and this is why the ceasefire was a bad idea, Russia and China just flooded their country with defense systems and offensive weapons as well. This is why I said we should not give them a chance to do a ceasefire, because they will just rebuild. That to me was obvious. They'll just rebuild. What we should have done is kept our foot on the gas the whole way, crushed them the whole way, and then never give them the opportunity to rebuild. Now, they did have a rail line that went to China that we blew up a few days ago. So that rail line has been destroyed, but that is why they were able to build up so fast. And we got Scooter Scuzz became a new member. Thank you very much. So we are looking. This is another look. I'll put this on the screen for you. This is another look. Of Bandar Abbas in Keshem. This is in Keshem Island. Smoke is in the air following the U.S. strikes, hammering Keshem Island, which is a critically important target. All right. We got Phil for €5. Where are you watching from, Phil? That you're using euros somewhere in Europe. Thanks for being our number one source of news with all these wars. Thank you very much for the compliment. And most importantly, thank you very much for watching and be a part of the program. It means the world to me. Like I always say, I couldn't do this without all of you guys. You guys are just as big of a part of this as I am. So thank you for being here. We got JK. Let's be honest, we aren't just fighting Iran. We're fighting what is left of the cabal. Godspeed, David. The dominoes are falling. Yes, the dominoes are falling. We're going to take these bad guys out wherever we find them. Anyone who threatens America will be dealt with in the harshest fashion possible. We will not let our homeland be threatened. We will not let our people overseas be threatened. If you threaten this country, you will be taken out. It is that simple. So I'm looking now to see if we have any more updates of strikes coming in. I'm looking to see also if the bombers are taking to the air, which we do not know at this time. Hold on, we've got an interesting situation developing. There are some planes up over Iran. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you. 1 second. Computer's having a little bit of a hiccup. So we have 3 planes in the air right now over Iran. As you guys know, we've been following the planes and where they are going as leaders try to evacuate once the bombs start falling, which is exactly what is happening right here. Hold on 1 second. We have more footage. This is the impact of American missiles. This is the impact of American missiles on the ground in, where is it? Khuzestan province. So more direct hits. And we have drones in the air. I repeat, we have drones in the air. It appears Iran has launched attack drones against U.S. positions in Kuwait. Let's watch. So you can hear the drones right there. So you can hear the drones coming in. And in fact, they released footage, and I will put that. Okay, we actually have more footage. Hang tight. This is footage of Iranian anti-aircraft. There's no sound here, but this is footage of Iranian anti-aircraft. You see the flashes in the sky. Those are them shooting at our fighter jets. So this is footage of Iran shooting at our fighter jets at this moment. Unbelievable footage coming out. We got Kevin back for $10. After Iran tried to kill President Trump on Turkish soil, Erdogan should restore his damaged honor by marching his Turkish army into Tehran to end the IRGC terrorist regime and liberate Iran. Yeah, the problem is, that'd be nice, but the Erdogan is more sympathetic to the Iranian regime than he is to NATO. We should be having a conversation about, as long as Erdogan is the leader of Iran, as long as Erdogan's the leader of Turkey, if they should even be in NATO. Here's what they definitely shouldn't have is F-35s. Turkey is no friend of the United States at all. So he's not going to help us. He's not going to help us. And by the way, if they had gotten Trump in Turkey, and I say this just being serious. If Trump had gotten taken out, and praise to the high heavens he didn't, we would have used a nuke. I really believe that. If the Iranian regime took out the U.S. president, I truly and honestly believe we would have used a nuke. All right, we've got multiple new members. We got a lot of new members joining the show. Thank you very much. Did you see Iran attempting a strike on the U.S. mainland using drones they have stored in Cuba? I heard rumors of that. I don't know how true that is. It is 100% true that they gave Cuba Shahed drones. That's 100% true. I don't know if that is. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more. before we get into it. All right, we have explosions in Mashar. Approximately 20 minutes ago, the strike carried out by U.S. Army HIMARS. So we have explosions inside Mashar. Give me 1 second. As the situation continues to heat up. And we also, by the way, I'll put this on the screen for you. Give me 1 second to get it up. This is footage. This is footage released by the Iranians. I'll get it on the screen for you here in a second. This is footage released by the Iranians of their drone strikes on Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, as they were just unleashing. I'm going to warn you, it's going to get a little bit loud. Let's watch. So that is footage of the Iranian regime launching drones. And this was footage, actually, I will show you this as well. This was footage from a couple days ago that the Iranians just released showing their missile launches. Again, I'm going to warn you, this is going to be loud. So cover up your ears or turn the volume down briefly. These are Iranian ballistic missiles in the air from the previous wave of attacks. Let's watch. Oops, whoops, did not mean to do that. Hold on, did not mean to do that. That is my bad. Give me 1 second. I apologize. That was my mistake. I accidentally clicked the wrong video. I accidentally clicked out of the video, so I'll put it back for you. So this is the missile strikes. Then we're going to get into some more super chats. So these are Iranian missiles airborne. And right here, we now have at this hour multiple U.S. refueling tankers, and it appears Israel might be joining the fight. Multiple planes from Israel have taken off and dropped off radar, crossing over into Saudi Arabian airspace. So the U.S. at this hour has more and more refueling tankers taking to the skies, as we almost certainly will be doing this for hours and hours throughout the night. We are in a crazy, crazy situation at this hour. All right, we got some super chats to get to. We got Terry for $5. Didn't even have a message. Thank you very much, Terry. Means a lot. We got T-Gun7, $10. You are all over this day after day. What a gift you are to us. Let's go. God bless you, brother. Well, thank you very much, T-Gun7, for the $10, and thank you very much for watching. Like I always say, without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do any of this, and you guys make what I do so much fun and so exciting. So we got Larry Strickland for $5. No message attached. Thank you very much. Like I always say, guys, every penny comes back into the show to make sure we can continue doing what we're doing here, and that you guys get the best experience possible. Okay, hold on. It looks like we might have hit one of their nuke sites. According to reports, U.S. Air Force conducted a suppression of enemy air defense missions targeting air defense sites in Konadam. Now, this is critically important. This is a nuke site in Kodab, and they are taking out the air defenses. Oh, I don't even have it on the screen. Sorry. We have taken out the air defenses surrounding one of the nuke sites in Iran. Not one of the major ones, but they have taken out the air defenses around a nuke site, according to reports, which means they might be clearing the way for the bombers to come in. They might be clearing the way for the big boys to crack that place wide open. So new reports in now that is what is underway. So again, we are watching this in real time as this continues. All right, we have a situation unfolding in the air. Hold on. We have a situation unfolding in the air. A plane from Oman is the only plane up over Iran now. It is flying in and out of radar coverage. It appears bound. Hold on, I want to track this thing. It appears bound for Tehran. This came from Oman, and it is banking hard towards the Tehran airport, possibly bringing Iranian delegates back, diplomats, I should say. Unbelievable. So we will monitor to see what happens with this plane. It looks like it's bound for Tehran. We do not know who's on it. All we know is it came from Oman, likely carrying Iranian negotiators and or the Iranian negotiating team. So we are looking right now to see what is going on. We're looking for updates. We are watching this plane with great interest. Hold on. Hang tight. Hang tight. Stay with me. Stay with me. I have to check something real quick. We are getting information in. We are getting information in. Okay, everyone just hold tight with me. I want to make sure the information we're getting is correct. While we do that, I'll answer some more super chats. We got Jeremiah Jarrett. Thank you for being the only news source that I trust to get my info from. Also, do you think the F-47 is secretly in Iran? I don't think we've used the F-47 yet. We're probably still 6 months to a year away from when the F-47 will enter active service, probably at a minimum. But we got the F-22, we got the F-35, we've got incredible F-18s. I don't think it has, just mostly because it's not ready and we also don't need it yet. We've got more than enough tools. Do you have a Discord or a Telegram that you share footage on you can't share on YouTube? I don't. If you want to reach out to me or you want to see what I'm doing, Instagram, David_Hookstead, X D Hookstead. That's where you can find me. Those are my only social media accounts. There are people online who pretend to be me. Those are my real accounts. So if you reach me there, you know you're talking to me. Any other account online is not real. All right, Carl Hamilton, ultimately, is it going to take outright to win this? Ground troops, hopefully not. I think we might see ground troops get put in just to secure the coastline area, just to secure the port area to get those islands. I don't think you'll see ground troops other than that, unless we make the decision we're going for the highly enriched uranium, at which point all bets are off. But you're not going to see a full-on ground invasion. That's just not going to happen, mostly because it doesn't need to happen. All right, what do we got next? Remember, guys, super chats, $5 and up. Do we need boots on the ground or can we win with bombs? So same question. We're going to probably need some boots to take the islands, to push back and secure those island chains. And then if we go for the enriched uranium, at that point, we absolutely would need boots on the ground. That would be your tier 1 operation. That would be your Delta Force SEAL Team 6, along with Air Force Special Operations to get that highly enriched uranium. All right. Daniel Bernadette, keep up the good work, David. Keeping us informed, $5. Thank you very much. Andrew Petty, altitude. The plane's gone. The plane is gone. So it didn't even make it all the way to Tehran before disappearing from radar. So you see it on your screen now. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting more information in, but the plane is gone. Hang tight. Everyone hang tight. The plane has disappeared. Let's see if there's any other planes up over Iran. So we got one more coming in. This one's, nope. It's showing live, but it is actually not. You see what that black line is there between the purple? It appears to have dropped off. So yet again, another night of chaos in the skies over Iran. M. Langbert became a member. Thank you very much for becoming a member. We've got Jason Pogo for $5. Thanks for always keeping it real. Thank you very much for the compliment, and thank you very much for watching. We got Ice 2 Wilson USN for $5. Thanks for all the work that you put in this. We still owe Iran for the hostages they took and held at the embassy. I agree 100%. It was the same regime. Might have been different people in the regime, but same terrorist regime that was responsible for that. And as one of my good friends likes to say, when we bring up the Iran, hostage crisis, last time I checked, there ain't no statute of limitations. There is no statute of limitations. So we'll get justice. We'll get revenge. That's a guarantee you can take to the bank. All right, we are checking to see what is going on at this moment as updates roll in. So we have video footage that we have shown already. And we are looking to see what is coming next. We got Meet a Freak 95, $5. Been watching your channel for a while. Thank you for all you do and keeping us up to date and informed in a timely manner. Thank you for being a longtime fan. That's great. And I appreciate everyone who takes time out of their day. I know everyone's very, very busy, and that, it's not easy to find time in the schedule. And so we appreciate everyone who does to join me here on this show. So thank you very much. I know we got a lot of new viewers who are just coming in right now. We're almost at 12,000 concurrents. Please make sure, again, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but make sure you like the video and make sure you're subscribed to the page. That way you get the best information that you possibly can before anyone else does on the internet. You're going to hear it here first. Oh man. Hang tight. We've got a very... I'm hesitant to share this publicly. I'm going to hold off for now. We might have a secret asset in the region for Delta Force and SEAL Team 6 that has been picked up on satellite. I am not going to share that now. I'm not going to put our boys at risk, but it appears we now have evidence that I just saw and just witnessed. We have Delta Force in SEAL Team 6 right on standby. I'm not going to say more than that. The image will likely, I'm going to give it at least until tomorrow to give them the opportunity to move. We're not going to share anything to put our boys at risk. We're not doing it. All right, we got $5 from Bulldog Mom. Thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We've got use ADSB exchange. It is still tracking preferred over flight radar. Okay, I'll check that out. I will definitely check that out. All right, hang tight. We have information coming in. Hold on, hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight. This is major news. I got to be very careful. We are in active combat situations here. So I apologize. We have men and women in the skies over Iran right now. We have special operations troops in the region mobilizing, and I'm not going to say or do anything that puts any of those people at risk. I hope you guys understand that. And I'm willing to share stuff that is good to be shared. But I got to be very careful about what I put out there. We're not here to help the enemy, right? We got an Aussie. We got the Australians. I love the Australians. Good day from Australia's East Coast, keeping us informed for $20 from Australia. Thank you very much. I don't know much about Australian currency, but I will. I appreciate it. So, yes, thank you very much for that. I am looking at the information as it is coming in. All right, we have more reports of fighter jets over the skies. Iran has scrambled any fighter jets they can get into the sky. We do not know at this time. We do not know at this time how many jets they've managed to get up or what kind of jets they've gotten up. But multiple reports now indicate Iranian jets are taking to the skies to confront American fighter jets. I would beg the Iranian pilots to make a better decision, because that's a decision that will cost you your life. You have no chance against F-35s, F-22s, and F-18s. All right, we got TC Chambers. Why would cartels want to help IRGC? They have plenty of money and don't want the additional heat. Someone mentioned Iran was trying to hire them. Great question. Great question. The drug cartels actually have worked with Hezbollah going back decades. They use them to launder money, get weapons, get a variety of different illegal things. The drug cartels in Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, South and Central America have deep, deep ties to terrorist organizations in the Middle East that are then backed by Iran. So Iran tries to stay a degree or two separated, but they are in pocket with the Iranian proxies, just like they're in pocket with the Chinese. That's where the drug cartels in Mexico, the chemicals they get to make the poison that they send to America, they get it from China. The night vision they get a lot of it from China. The heavy weapons, the drones, they get it from China. They get it from Hezbollah. So they have a long history of working together. But this is crazy that they have scrambled fighter jets. That is insanity to me. I cannot believe they are scrambling fighter jets, but we will see what happens. All right, I'm looking for more updates as they're coming. All right, we have a full strike list. We might have a full strike list. I'm going to put this on the screen. We got a new member as well, Dick Miller. Thank you very much. We got a super chat right here. Love your channel, David. Do we have to do more to win than conventional airstrikes, EMP, massive invasion, nukes? I don't think we're going to use nukes unless they were to, and again, it would be horrible, and I'm not advocating for it. I think it'd be terrible. Unless they take out Trump, we're not going to need to use nukes. We need a 4 to 6 month heavy bombing campaign. And I'm talking around the clock. No mercy. No mercy at all. That's what we need. and then take the islands with the ground troops, and that will be enough to break the backs of the Iranian regime. So that is what I would say. All right, this is the full strike list. So I'm going to put it on the screen for you here. We now have bombed tonight 8 different cities: Khuzestan, Avaz, or these are all in the Khuzestan province: Avaz, Betaban, Dezful, Adameshk, Abadan, Obadiah, Mashar, and the outskirts, Ashadagan, were targeted by these strikes. So they are hitting everything they can see. They are hitting at this hour. Glowing in the distance. That should be our MO. We need to strike hard. We need to strike fast. And we need to hit them wherever we can find them. Wherever we can find them, we're going to take them out. It is just that simple. We have no other choice. We have no other choice. All right, let's see what we got. We got $5 from JK7700. If you watch a Bond film called Spectra, if you watch Mission Impossible, it's called Syndicate. It is really a cabal that we are fighting, y'all. Interesting thought. Well, I can tell you this for sure. The Iranians are in bed with the Chinese and the Russians, and the Chinese hate us. They want to see us collapse. The Russians hate us. They want to see us collapse. And Iran hates us, and they want to see us collapse. It is the Western man against the world. It is the civilized versus the uncivilized. And we must do whatever is necessary to make sure that we win. We cannot negotiate with these people. We just simply have to win. All right, we're looking for more updates as they're coming in. So here is a full map of the strikes along the coastline. So again, these are the coastal areas that were hit in the bombing campaign. And bombings are still ongoing, it appears, at this moment. Hang tight. We might have something in the sky here. But give me 1 second. Okay, hold on. We've got footage. We've got intense strike footage. So this, according to Vaid, this is the Ahmadabi airport. So we've taken out another airport. You can see massive fires. And that right there is a look at the airport location following massive U.S. airstrikes. So we are hitting them wherever we can find them. All right, we got James Sutherland in for $20. Didn't even have a message attached. Thank you very much, James. I appreciate it. That's huge, huge for the channel. Right-wing gun nut for $10. Well, there goes the rest of the Air Force. Kick that ass up between their shoulders, boys. I'm telling you, if those planes get anywhere near our F-35s and F-22s, they will get blasted out of the sky. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. All right, we've got Ted Bundy's Volkswagen. Let's not forget Clinton bombed dual-use targets in Kosovo. Obama did it in Libya. We should destroy all dual-use Iranian targets, all their bridges and power plants. Show them what happens when they don't keep treaties. I think that's what comes next. I mean, we knocked out their rail line to China. I think that was a pretty clear indication. When we took out their rail line to China, that was a pretty clear indication. Hey, guess what, guys? The time for negotiations, we gave you every opportunity you wanted. We gave you every opportunity to come to the table, lick your wounds, come to the table, and let's make a deal. They chose not to. So the United States decided, hey, you know what? You don't want to negotiate in good faith? There goes your rail line to China. You don't want to negotiate in good faith? There goes a bridge. There goes your port. And that's how you win. You have to fight to win. Give me 1 second. You have to fight to win. And I know that fact. You're all patriots watching this. I'm looking at information on my phone. Again, I'm being very careful about what we share. We will never share anything on this show that puts any of our boys at risk. So I'm always careful to fact check anything we put out there. Okay, we got some more super chats. Your mystery bird just landed at Amman Hamana, or Khomeini, however you pronounce it, International Airport. So there it is down. The plane has landed. All right, we got Terry for $10. We need to end this right now. I agree. And that's what these strikes are designed to do. These strikes are designed to put the Iranian regime on their ass. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Okay, hold on here. We're getting reports of mass power outages, but the Iranians are denying. So Iran, the IRGC says that claims that Avaz is without power. We hammered Avaz. That's where the airport was. We took out the airport. The IRGC is saying, no, the airport's fine. Everything's fine. Well, I just showed you guys video proving that the airport is definitely not fine. It's been hit, and it's been hit hard. It has been hit, and it has been hit very hard. So to answer Terry, lastly, hold on. My ear itches a little bit. These strikes are designed to end it. All right. We got Tesso Ruby for $10. No message attached. Thank you very much. I'll pull this off the screen. Fly Va BCH. We keep talking about what's happening over there. Keep your head on a swivel here. They are here. All they had to do is walk across the border, not counting those who have been indoctrinated. I agree 100%. Remember, the kill list, the Iranian kill list allegedly includes members of regular life, not just politicians, but media members. And I've said this before. I don't know if I'm on it. I did have people from the government reach out and tell me, be careful, be cautious. If you see something, say something. You know, I've said a lot of things, and I'm not going to stop saying them. The Iranian regime is trash. They're evil. They're sadistic. They're rats. The dictatorship is horrible. And we need to speak open and honestly about what they are. And so if they want to come try get me for that, best of luck to them. Like I said before, I suggest you bring a lot of people. And even if you manage to get me, what will come next to avenge me, you see Red Dawn over my shoulder, avenge me, maybe one of the best parts of the movie. So yes, keep your head on a swivel, know what is around you, and know what is going on. We got LW208 for $10. Thank you very much. We got Eagles fan Clark. I know we set a minimum, but Eagles fan Clark, he's been a member for a long, long time, so I'm going to let this one slide, Eagles fan Clark. The F-18 can fire the AIM-174B from beyond visual range. They're toast. Yeah, they're crushed. Absolutely crushed. Great job, bud. How do you think that we could get people who have never left the States to understand the extremist regime doesn't think like us? They seem to be more like animals. Read if you're not willing to leave the country, and I wouldn't recommend leaving it now. I would not recommend leaving it now with these hostilities. Read a book. Read good journalism. Watch the show. Find books about this topic and educate yourself about who these people are. Find people from Iran who had to flee when the Iranian regime turned into a theocratic dictatorship. Learn their stories. We are not dealing with people like us. We're not dealing with rational people. We're not dealing with people who want the best for humanity. We are dealing with a genocidal regime, and they cannot be negotiated with. They must simply just be defeated. 100%. We got George Taylor, $10 super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super sticker. I'm just checking the chat to see what's going on. Just seeing what you guys are talking about. All right, let's see what the latest updates are. I'm checking to see what the updates are, if there is another wave coming in. As combat operations against Iran continue at this hour. I'm looking. Hang tight. Hang tight as we look to see what information is coming in. All right, we have a fire in Khuzestan. I'm going to put this up on the screen. There's another fire that is broken out after direct U.S. missile impact. You can see it glowing on the horizon. You can see it right there. Fires in the horizon following the U.S. strikes. So we are continuing at this hour to monitor the situation the best we can. So stay with me here. Stay with me. Hang tight. I'm going to pull this down real quick. We got some more super chats. We got ODMA BA69. Your bravery is inspiring. I'm not brave. I'm not brave at all. I'm just a regular person. The true heroes, the truly brave people, are the people that are in those fighter jets right now, flying over Iran, delivering justice. It's the people working on the aircraft carriers. It's the people working on the warships, the Navy ships. It's the people running the missile sites. I'm a regular dude. I'm nothing special. I'm not important. I'm not special. I'm not any more or less talented than anyone watching this. The real heroes are the people over there getting the job done and the people inside of Iran who are fighting back. Those are the real heroes. Thank you very much. Tony G.S. Ryder, Trump is the GOAT, $5. Listen, I tell you guys all the time, when I disagree with Trump, I'm going to let you know I disagree with him. I think the ceasefire was a terrible decision by Trump. I don't think we should have done it. I think it had way more downside than upside. But when I think Trump does something really, really good, I'm going to let you know that too. And I think right now he's making a lot of very smart decisions. And that is exactly what we should be doing. So I'm going to give him credit when he deserves credit. And which is right now. Without question, he deserves credit. All right, I'm seeing what we got coming in here. We got Avery Kaysen, no deal, finish the job, freedom, free the freedom-seeking Persians, 100%. They want freedom, let's help them go get it. Let's help them go get freedom, and let's help them liberate their country from the horrific regime that has destroyed them, destroyed what was once a great country and great people. We got Gary Schreiber for $20. Since Iran claimed taking out Lindsay, we are treating it as such. Most likely a sudden heart attack and saying that never and even go to waste. Let's get this Iran war over with, regardless of the reason. R.I.P. Lindsay. Yes. So I'm going to show you guys this. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to show it to you, because I don't want to give the Iranian regime any attention with their nonsense. But give me a second to get it up. So as many of you know, Lindsey Graham passed away. Hold on, I got to find it. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Now it's taking a second. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the screen for you. So what this super chat, oops, wrong one. The Iranian government put out a video that is one of their Lego videos where they tried to take credit for Lindsey Graham's death. This is the video. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to give these guys the attention they want. So Iran is trying to convince people they took out Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham passed away yesterday, late last night yesterday, I guess maybe technically early this morning, depending on where you are in the world, after suffering a medical emergency. I want to be crystal clear. As of me filming this, there is no proof, no serious proof, that it was anything other than a tragic medical emergency. Obviously, there'll be an autopsy, there'll be an investigation, but the Iranians are trying to brag about it. They're trying to seem tough, trying to convince the world that actually, no, they did it. They are the ones who did it. And so if they want to claim they took out a U.S. senator, which again, I don't think they did, I think they're lying, then they should suffer the consequences. And this was a video that was put out where they essentially claim that. So, whatever you thought about Lindsey Graham, good, bad, or indifferent, he was only 71 years old, and he was supposedly in really good health. And unfortunately, he passed away after a medical emergency. And it's really unfortunate. Again, whether you liked his politics or not, doesn't really matter in a time like this. All right, we got some more super chats. We got the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper's in saying USA. Let's go USA, USA, USA. We've got Terry back. The president did ceasefires to show the world how unreasonable they really are. So now they have to be destroyed. It's completely justified. Yeah, I understand that argument, but we had our boot on their neck. We could have had this wrapped up by the middle of May if we had just kept going. We had our boot on their neck. We had all the momentum after the F-15 rescue mission. We were flying all over their country. We were flying helicopters in. We killed, by some accounts, thousands of IRGC people on the rescue mission. I thought we had the momentum, and I didn't want to give that momentum up, but I do understand the argument you're making. How stoked do you think the boys in the jet, this is TC Chambers, how stoked do you think the boys in the jets are to actually have enemy aircraft to fight? Been a long time since anyone has done that. Kosovo, maybe. My guess, this is speculation because I don't know. My guess is those Iranian jets aren't actually going to try to get anywhere near our fighter jets. I think they're doing it for show. Maybe. I don't know, because there were jets shot down in the early days of the war. Iranian jets that were shot down. So we'll see. We'll see if they actually get into a shootout. But the thing is, the U.S. jets, as a previous chat said, we fire from beyond visual range. We take out jets hundreds of miles away. So they're not even going to be able to see our jets coming. They're just going to get blasted out of the sky without having any idea what happened. We got Tootie Bug for $10. Thank you very much. Kevin Ritchie, thanks for your dedication and great info for $20. Thank you very much for the big super chat. I appreciate it. Maybe it's time to get Dusty in here. Should we get Dusty in here? Dusty can have his say, the mascot of the show. People are now asking about Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell actually just released a photo and a statement that he is doing much better. So Mitch McConnell is definitely still alive as of me filming this. We got half-ass Homestead. Trump keeps saying they want to make a deal, but it isn't the radical IRGC sitting at the table. Correct. Hold on. We got Dusty in the room. I got him. Dusty, what do you want to... You want a treat? We got a little treat for him. Dusty, what do you want to say to the viewers? What do you want to... Nope, now he's only focused on the treat. Dusty, do you want to say hello to everyone? Do you want the treat? Can you believe he's 14 years old? Can you believe he's 14 years... Dusty, what do you think about the bombings tonight? Do you support getting rid of the IRGC? Dusty. Oh... 14 years old. Do you want to take him out? All right, we'll let him go back to whatever he was doing. Oh, there he goes. You can hear his little footsteps. So, yes, we gave Dusty a treat. All right, we got $20 from LC Flooring. When this started, I was a senior in high school. I'm 65 now. Time to end it so my kids and grandkids aren't in this position. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I got a lot of family members that are around your age, and they all feel the same way. I mean, I remember talking to my uncles talking to them about their memories of the Iranian hostage crisis and how, they would have been in college, high school, right around that time. and how they couldn't believe that was being tolerated. They could not believe we had hostages in Iran. And here we are in 2026, July of 2026, and we're still dealing with this. We need to end it once and for all. We need to send the message to the world. We're not playing games anymore. We are knocking them out wherever they might be. We got two old coots for $50. Wow, $50. Thank you very much. Unconditional victory is the only way to free the Iranians. Vietnam veteran. I agree with you. And I think one of the ways we could do it is knock out the regime, arm the people in Iran, arm the good people of Iran to rise up, take out the IRGC, drag the mullahs out of their, wherever they're hiding, drag them out of their bunkers, drag the Ayatollah, if he's even alive, out of his bunker, and deliver justice to the IRGC, the Ayatollahs, and every other person in that country responsible for the oppression of the Iranian people. So I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much for your service in Vietnam. Vietnam veterans deserve a lot more recognition and credit than they get. I had some family members that fought in Vietnam as well. So I agree with you. We got to knock them out. We don't have a choice. You cannot negotiate with these people. You absolutely cannot negotiate with them. Hang tight here. I'm looking for updates as they're coming in. We are checking updates. All right, so the U.S., it is being reported, I'm going to put this on the screen, that we took out a hangar. So we targeted a hangar. So we've hit multiple airports tonight, reportedly. We took out a hangar at Ajahari Airport in southwest Iran, where they had some planes tied to their oil companies. So a hangar, an Iranian Air Force hangar, has been destroyed. As the situation continues to unfold at this hour. Let's see what other updates we got coming in. I'm looking to see what we got. We are checking all the updates to make sure we don't miss anything. Keep your chats coming. I want to make sure whatever we're doing here is correct and we have the best information for all of you guys. All right, we've got more aftermath of the strike footage. More aftermath of the strike footage. I'm going to put it on the screen for you now. All right, this footage is from the HIMARS hitting in Omidyah. This is the aftermath of strikes in Omidyah. So the strikes continue to roll in at this hour. Let's see if we've got anything from CENTCOM. We don't have any updates from CENTCOM at this hour, but we are watching closely. We are watching closely to see what is going on, to see when the Iranians will fire back, and I can guarantee you that they will fire back. So we are checking, and while we do that, we'll get to some more super chats. Love your podcast, David, and all the hard work you do getting us the info on Iran. If people want to know more about the IRGC, are like animals, watch the Tier 1 podcast, Escape from Iran. God bless. The Tier 1 podcast, of course, is hosted by Brent Tucker. I did watch that, or I might have seen the live with the Iranian. Great podcast, long form interview podcast. Brent's a real solid dude. So yeah, go check that out if you want to learn more about Iran. And I can't say enough good things about that podcast or Brent. TC Chambers says, speaking of Kosovo, what happened to Scott O'Grady? Figured he might have been around after the recent down pilot. Nobody interviewed him, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if he did any interviews. Let me check. Let me see. I don't think he did. Oh, he did, actually. It looks like he did one. He might have done one. But yes, he was a U.S. pilot shot down very famously during all the chaos in Europe in the 1990s when all of that was cooking off. Psalms 60:12, with God we will gain the victory and he will trample down our enemies. Psalms 37:9, those who are evil will be destroyed. Those are good Bible verses. Certainly in a situation like we're in right now where we are fighting true evil, trying to make sure that the good guys win and the bad guys lose. We are doing everything we can to ensure that outcome, and we will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to make sure we win and they lose. We do not have a different choice. Let's see what we got. Updates coming in. I'm looking. Looks like we might have. All right. There's more footage of a port on fire. Hang tight. Hang tight. So this is the Shahid Baraki garrison of the IRGC in Khuzestan is on fire following the U.S. strikes. A little hard to see off in the distance. So these strikes continue, and now it seems like we're in a bit of a holding pattern to see how Iran responds and what the U.S. response to that is after that. Let's check the radar. See what we've got on radar. All right, the Iranians are sending a plane to China. An Iranian plane has taken off and is bound for China. Multiple planes. I'm going to get this up on the screen for you here. These two planes right here are taking off for China at this hour. They have just gone airborne, and they are bound for China. We do not know who's on the planes. We do not know what they are carrying. But multiple Iranian aircraft are now in the air, bound for China, possibly evacuating VIPs, possibly to go pick up supplies. We honestly do not know. Hang tight. Hang tight. Stay with me. We do not know where these planes are going or who is on them. But now we know multiple planes are in the air bound for China at this hour. So it should be very interesting to see. All right, we have another aftermath of an explosion. We're going to watch those flights. It says an ammunition and weapons storage facility of the 292nd Independent Armor Brigade of the Iranian Army Ground Force was blown up by the missiles launched by the U.S. Army HIMAR. Look at that. Look at that. Unreal. That is an incredible incredible look of the aftermath. That's like another sun. Unbelievable explosion. All right, we got lots of talk in the chat about planes leaving Tehran. Yep, we're watching it. I'll put it back on the screen right now for you. So 2 Iranian planes are airborne bound for China. This one appears, I don't really know what this one's doing. It looks like it took off and then returned. So this one appears to have taken off and then returned shortly after takeoff. This one is bound for China. It is southeast bound. It claims it's going to China. We do not know that for sure. So yes, there are planes leaving Tehran at this hour. And guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the page. It helps get the news out there, helps us get the truth out there so that people know what is going on. All righty, we are continuing to hold and watch as the situation continues to heat up. We will be watching to see if these planes drop off radar or what they do. We are checking at this hour. But either way, massive explosions. Massive explosions are underway at this hour. Immense damage done to Iranian targets. So it'll be interesting by tomorrow. They might have BDAs or battle damage assessments for us to know what has been hit directly. A lot of you think the planes are fleeing. I think it's very possible. Or they're rushing to China to try to get weapons and bring them back. Either way, it is about to get very, very, very spicy. Unbelievable. An unbelievable situation playing out in real time. I'm going to get another poll. Let's do a poll. How do you think? All righty. How do you think this war will end? Iran falls or Iran survives? 80% of you are voting. You think Iran will fall. Of course, I mean the Iranian government, not the good people of Iran that we are standing with. So we are continuing to check. All right, now there's reports. Now we have reports. I'll put this up on the screen that they are hearing fighter jets over Baghdad in Iraq. So more fighter jet activity. This time it is over. This time it is over Baghdad. So this is one of the most chaotic nights we've seen in a long, long time. We got David Webback. Poll, should we put the blockade back in the Strait of Hormuz? Any updates on Israeli attacks? So far, we don't know anything about Israel getting involved. It seems like they've sat this out, although there were reports today that planes were taken off from Israel eastbound towards Iran, but those could have been U.S. planes. We have a lot of planes in Israel right now. I'll do a poll if we should re-put up the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. So 81% of you are predicting that the Iranian government will fall. Hormuz. Give me 1 second. All right. I just put, do you want to see us blockade the Strait of Hormuz poll? So get in there and vote. We got $10 from Heidi Robertson for $10. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. 86% of you are voting. You do want to see the blockade go back up. We are waiting to see if there is another wave of U.S. fighter jets that have been deployed, or if we are now just waiting on the Iranian response. As always, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Spending your Sunday night, at least part of it with me, means a lot. It means a lot. As always, we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming tomorrow. And by the way, I think we're going to see these continue for some time. I think we are now in a situation where the strikes will continue for some time. We got Mr. EK Rom for $10. Thank you very much. Half-assed Homestead, the blockade has already been put back and forth. The ships never left. They just quit blocking Iranian transport. I know. I know the Navy ships didn't leave. In fact, they're still trying to get ships in and out. I think the idea is, are we going to start taking the oil tankers again? Like throwing the ropes, doing the rope slides, seizing the Iranian oil tankers. You know, we bombed a couple of Iranian oil tankers when the blockade was fully instituted. I think that's what people are talking about. Like, should we go back to bombing and seizing their ships? And my guess is a lot of people on that would vote yes. But again, we are waiting for information to come in. To see what happens. I got to check some stuff here. As information flows in at this hour. Let's see what the live chat has been amazing. Let's get some more American flags in there. Let's see a lot of American flags in the chat. Let's see what the poll results are. 88% of you want to see it all the way back on. We got West Downer for $5. Push those Iranian ships back into port and seize them too. Yeah, that's what we were doing. The blockade was working. The Iranian ships couldn't get past our Navy blockade, and if they tried, we blew out their engine rooms or seized them. Push them all the way back to port, strangle their economy, let them know that there is no safe refuge for the terrorist. There is nowhere they can go where we will not hunt them down and find them. So we will hunt them to the end of the world. All right, we're looking for more updates as they're coming in. As they are rolling in at this hour. Let me see. Hang tight. Hang with me. Stay with me. It appears the U.S. waves, I don't know. We don't know for sure what is going on here. We are on pins and needles to see if and when the Iranians will strike back and how they will do it. So 87, 88% of you now want to see the blockade go back into effect. Are people asking where I'm from? Are people in the chat asking where I'm from? I think you can tell from the football helmet right there. All right. So we are going to hold here for a couple more minutes. We'll wait to see if there is an Iranian response. It might come in the middle of the night. We do not know at this time. But we are holding in place following unprecedented strikes by the U.S. military on a wide range of targets across Iran. We're lighting them up across the board. Stay with me. Unbelievable night with you guys. I appreciate it. You guys are the reason this job is so much fun. I'm just checking information as it comes in. All right, we're going to do one more pass for updates here. And then we are going to see what is happening. All right, so we are getting a report now. Hold on, we are getting a report now. I'll read this super chat first. Today, 5,000 sailors and Marines aboard the U.S. Abe Lincoln at Bennett Sea for 270 consecutive days. No ports, away from family, 24/7. God bless them. 100% God bless them. They've been over there kicking ass, taking fight to the fight to the enemy. It's not an easy job. It's not an easy life being away from home like that. Stuck on an aircraft carrier, but you got a job to do. And they are executing their job, and they are doing it at a high, high level. And I respect everyone on any one of those ships. I respect all the people in the planes. That group of people, that's the best of America. That's the best of America. And we should all be grateful and thankful as American citizens that those men and women are on that aircraft carrier and on all the other boats, all the other ships, making sure we take care of business. So, yes, we'll keep them in our prayers. We'll keep them in our thoughts for sure. American heroes. Russia Special Flight Squadron took out of Moscow for Iran. Think that could be anything? Yeah, they're probably bringing weapons. Hold on. Let me check. I will pull it up. See if I can find it. I don't know if I can find let's see. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. We have a developing situation. All right, this is on radar. I'm going to put this on the screen. Oh, no, it just disappeared. Briefly on the radar. Hold on. The Russian military is flooding in an aircraft into Iran at this hour. Oh, man. Oh, no, we got it. Hang tight. We got it. All right. The Special Flight Squadron, which is a specialized part of the Russian military, has a plane bound for Tehran at this moment. There it is. It is bound for Tehran. It is eastbound, probably to get out of the way of Iranian drones. It is at 15,000 feet. This is almost certainly loaded with weapons for the Iranian regime or to get the Russian scientists out. One of the two. So yes, the Russians are on their way to Iran's aid. Great super chat pointing that out. James Mills gifted a membership. Thank you very much. We got Desert Dolphin Woodworks, $10. God bless our troops. Absolutely. God bless all of them. God bless all of our troops. God bless everyone over there putting in the work, getting the job done. So we now have Russian aircraft. All right, it's turned. It's southbound. Now, it's got a long flight. It ain't going to make it there for a while. You can see on the map. It's up there. It's coming to Iran. It is coming to Tehran. I'll do a new poll. Whoops. Should we take this Russian plane out? New poll in the chat. We don't know what it's carrying. It could be carrying weapons to shoot our guys down. So 77% of you are voting yes, shoot it down. 25% now voting no. So I'll pull this off the screen, but I will monitor it. Another crazy situation. We got BW Cool 84 for $10. I'm sure U.S. Air Force tracking all aircraft in and out of Iran. I have no doubt about that at all. Some of you are suggesting we should redirect it to a NATO airbase. We could crater the runways at the Tehran airport, although it would just land somewhere else, to be fair. Iran does have a lot of airports, and they have the secret mountain areas too. So we have options. We've got West Downer. Actually, we should escort it to a NATO base to find out what's aboard. Yeah, that's what but the thing is, if you look at its flight path, it's only going to go over Russia, and then it'll cross over Russia. It'll go into the Caspian Sea and then down into Tehran. So it's not ever going to cross. It's unfortunately not going to cross any NATO territory that would allow us to get it down. Although that is a very good idea. Very good idea. All right, let me check some stuff here. As we look at this, I will check the updates. All right, so they're saying there could be more waves coming. They're saying, U.S. officials saying that the strikes are not yet over. But I got to be honest with you, I think they unless something happens, I think we're waiting for the Iranian response. Find out where their missiles are firing from, and then take them out. But we do not know yet. at this hour. So this situation, I honestly didn't plan on coming here tonight. I usually stick to the Tuesday night lives. Okay, West Downer back with we have fighters everywhere over Rondo. Yeah, that's true, but the only option then would be to shoot it down, because what do we do if our fighter jets swarm it and say, hey, get out of Iranian airspace, we're taking you to Estonia or whatever it might be, and the Russian jet says no and tries landing somewhere, then your only option would be to shoot it down. And obviously you could do that, especially if it's carrying military assistance, but that would be very, very, very risky. Very, very risky for sure. But yeah, you are right. We do have fighters all over the place. So we are looking now to continue to see what is going to happen here. We might have to start doing more lives. I'll make a poll of that. We'll do another poll. Do you want to see more lives? It could act. Some of you are saying maybe we take it down with a drone. So you guys are voting. 97% are voting. 95% are voting yes to more lives. All right, we are holding tight. We are in a tight holding pattern here. If you got more questions, you got more chats, keep them coming. Fire Medic 17266. No, we should definitely leave it alone. Let it land, assess the situation, and take action when it lands if needed. There's nothing wrong about Russia providing aid to its allies. That's true. Actually, that's a really good point, because if we shoot it down or we mess with it, the Russians will then do that the next time we have to fly planes into Ukraine for some reason, right? This is second, third, and fourth order effects you got to think about, but not a bad idea. Actually, what we could do is monitor it with our satellites and our spy planes and things like that. Watch them unload all the weapons and gear, and then follow where the weapons and gear is going to, and then blow the hell out of that. So we know where they're hiding their stuff. That's actually a really good idea. I like that. I agree to more lives. You need people like me to be moderators to keep idiots out of the chat. I do probably need to get a moderator. That's probably true. Maybe I'll ask my wife if she wants to moderate. Kidding, of course, just a joke. Yeah, I might start doing more lives. If you guys want to see more lives, I'm happy to do more lives. Happy to do it, especially if you guys are enjoying them and they're going well. 92% of you want to see more lives. So, yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. All right, we are waiting to see again if the next wave is going to come before or after the strikes as we await the Iranian counterattack. Oh, man, I can't believe the Lindsey Graham thing. I cannot believe Lindsey Graham I'm in a state of shock. I just can't believe it. It goes to show you that life can change quickly. It can change very, very quickly. And, it's an unfortunate situation. Again, no matter what you thought about his politics. All right. We might, again, I'm looking to see what we got coming in. To see if we have any updates rolling in as the situation continues to unfold. We'll do one last call for live chats. If you got your super chats, get them in now. And then we will, unless they're going to bomb in the next couple of minutes, we will pick up tomorrow morning. Another airport just got hit. Is that what people are saying? I don't see anything yet, but I am watching. We are, as they like to say, monitoring the situation. Keeping a close eye on it. Making sure nothing slips past us. We got $5 from Lyle Peterson. Dusty told me that he needs more treats. I gave him a treat on the camera. I gave him a treat when he was in here. Dusty's a great dog. Again, hard to believe he's 14. We'll get him some more treats with the we'll get Dusty some more treats with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I know he's going to love that. Dusty's become a little YouTube star. He's become a little YouTube star for sure. All right, Tyler Falgut. Hopefully Trump keeps the pedal to the floor and doesn't cave to the lies spewed from Iran. I agree with you. I think everyone in this video, watching this video, agrees with you. We want to see the job done. We want to win, and then we want to come home. We want the good people of Iran to run their country, win the war, leave, and let the good people of Iran control their future. That is what we all want to see. All right, Hunter Belts. Longer the strait is closed or restricted, the closer we get to serious domestic issues. We're at 319 million barrels in SPR, drawing a 6 to 10 million a week. Yeah, and to be quite honest with you, I'm not a big fan of drawing down the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It's for non-military uses. The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is meant to guarantee we have the reserves to fight if we ever get in a war with like China, Russia, something like that. You know, Biden famously pulled out of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to bring gas prices down. That's not what it's designed for. So, you know, it's a tough thing, and I know people probably will get angry with me. Sometimes you just got to accept the short-term pain, and, you know, that's why you got to win fast. Accept the short-term pain, win fast, everything will be fine. We should not be drawing down the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to lower gas prices, because then in the event the big one starts and our reserves are tapped out, well, now we got a major problem on our hands. Huge problem. Biden shouldn't have done it, and Trump shouldn't have done it either, in my opinion. We got to keep that thing full and ready for the next real big one that kicks off. All right. The Gumbit. We should not shoot down the Russian plane. We should put the heavy bombers in orbit and remove the airport from the map 5 minutes after they land. Not a bad idea. Yeah, wait for it to land and then just hammer it. I mean, there's no protection. If you're a country that flies a plane into an airport we're actively bombing, that's your own problem, right? You knew what was going on. You knew what the risks were, and you did it anyways. So, all right, here we go. This is the book of Daniel coming to conclusion. I would not, Jamie Erickson, I wouldn't be that doom and gloom, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we're that. I don't think that's the case where we are right now. CENTCOM verified earlier today that the strait is still open. Yeah, I saw them say that. I covered it in the video earlier today. And they are doing things to try to keep it open. But as long as Iran keeps bombing ships, countries are going to be hesitant to want to send their people out there. When insurance doesn't want to insure the ships, when people don't want to get blown up, it makes sense why there would be a lot of hesitation and why people would be very, very, very nervous about what's going on. So it looks like we are going to just wait for the Iranian response, which likely won't come for a few more hours. So I tell you what, guys, I appreciate you guys being with me here tonight. This has been awesome. It's an emergency live, second emergency live this week on top of the regular Tuesday night live. But we're going to call it a night right now. I appreciate y'all being here. Looks like it's died down a little bit. Looks like the shooting on the U.S. side is stopped. We will know more in the morning. We will know what the Iranian response is, and we will know what comes next then for the United States of America. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like the video. Please make sure to subscribe to the page, and I will see you tomorrow with our regular scheduled programming.